Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle X-ess from Susie Achter. So this isn't, it's a neat one. It's one that you can use it multiple ways. And if you take a look at the link that says for more inspiration, um, Susie shares a couple ways to use it. I kind of like it just floating around. It's one of those that kind of a freestanding tangle, but not necessarily big enough to be a feature. Although you could do that if you wanted to. All right, so it starts off with a couple back to back C shapes. So I'm gonna do one here, so I have room for more. Turn my tile. Ooh, that's a real curvy one. That's the best curvy one I think I've done as I was playing with it. Ooh, more mine were more, would come out this way a little bit. I like it. I like it. All right, and then now on my step out, I separated these two pieces just because I felt like I needed to. So I put a little, little straight line. You don't have to do it like this if you don't want to. On Susie's, she just, showed, this as the next step. And I like to make sure everybody can, kind of see, or if you're, it's a, um, if you're like me, and I think back to when, as I was figuring things out more, I personally needed that. It's like, well, wait, now how? Okay, not being somebody that could draw, so that's why a lot of times I will split things out. Now this one I could have, but I thought about it afterwards, and I'm not necessarily going to go back and redo the step out because it's like, okay, I get the idea, and so this second one we can get the idea here as well. But what I found was, because we're going to do a similar shape, you could start with a hole with a C if you wanted to, but I like putting just the two little ends and then coming down in, kind of a curve, somewhat auraing what you have there already. And then here too. This way it guaranteed, um, me that they would land where I wanted them to. So that was my philosophy on this one. Because like I said, you can do it whatever way works best for you. I like to share different ways because we all work differently. Um, and that's it. That's all there is. Um, One of the things that it was a different way though. One thing that she shared was doing them in a like a ribbon, so back to back. But well, you know what? It's really not going to matter that much. She showed them coming from here and making that like a, could be a border, a line, whatever. But like I said, I like to have them all over. But why not? If we want to have them this way, just to go with what I was already doing. If you wanted to line them up this way, I'm starting with those two, and then doing my C shape, and then here it's just going to be okay. Well, fingers crossed, and then do the rest. It just has a nice ribbony type of look to it in my thoughts. So we did a I did a festive tangling class yesterday. But you could see how you could, spread them out, right? Um, and have fun with them. I'm just gonna put some. I'm just gonna add some as I chat here. Let's see. Oh, and then we'll mess with some. Oh no, I have some of my shading ideas. Okay, let's have it go in a different direction. Okay. So we did. this on a festive tangling class that I did yesterday, and because I was thinking it looked ribbon like, it would be a nice it's a nice simple addition to anything that you might be tangling. And we talked about neat project ideas if if you want to add a little tangling spice to events, or if you're sending out cards, or whatever. Oh, this one's going to go off the page. um, just different ways that you could have fun and uh, have other people also enjoy your Zentangle art. And so I had a number of tangles that whoops, that's an air one. Okay, that's a new variation. All right, you can do it above and have it floating, or you could do like this. And I didn't do this with some of the ones that I had played with, but you could, similar to our Bronx cheer. We could tie them. I'm gonna do it over here too, so it looks like I meant it. That's what you do. Oh, this one has to be bigger then. And then we have to have add some shine there to those, and then now it makes sense. It's all good. All right, so for some quick shading, where they come together, that's one way. Or not just, or don't do it at all. I mean, that's okay too. I always like to throw something for shading in, just in case you want to do it. I mean, the bits are so thin, and I like to keep them. No, but look at that. And then I'm just gonna put. No, that's not gonna work. This way, it'll make them look kind of bendy. I'm not gonna take the graphite too far in, because we need to have that natural tile color there in order to make it look bendy. And like I said, I'm being very careful. It's getting out just a tad, but not too much. So yeah. So there we go. Ha! Fun. And honestly, they could also look like spiders or some kind of an insect. It just depends on, I don't know, I guess where your mind goes. And sorry to say that. A lot of times I try not to, but all of a sudden with this, because that looks kind of like eyeballs. But it is a fun tangle, and it's nice to have these easy ones that you could just scatter throughout your work, and add a little bit of flair to them. Now, let me show you, though. I can do those other ones later. Oh, here's some. So I was in the class that I was mentioning. These were gift tags that I punched out, or just tags that I punched out. You could use them in a number of ways, but so yeah, I did this with just a white gel pen, and then added some pearls on the inside. This one, let's see if you can see. I was just playing, so some white filling in with the green metallic, and then I did a green metallic one, gold and silver, just playing. But just need to have them kind of, like I said, scattered throughout. You could turn that into a to and from type of thing. Add some other tangles. Ooh, therefore would be really neat behind there. I'm going to have to add that. And if you don't know therefore, you'll have to look it up. It's super easy. Okay, okay, you talked me into it. I'll show you. That's it. I do have a video on it, because it's a tangle, and I was surprised. I have to add that to my list. That's a nice festive tangle, just for a nice background. I would add a little bit more, but anyway, you get it. So, like I said, neat tangle. Nice to have some of these just in your mental arsenal of or catalog of tangles to use. Super fun. Like these, I did not shade at all. I just filled in. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you did, would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it, and if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Um, yeah, I'm thinking, what else? Because I'm thinking, oh, I need to add at least one more here. In the description section, I mentioned that the step outs and links to the step outs. I always do my own version and then have one from the that originated the tangle. So you'll find those below that. Ways to connect with me if you wish. It's basically a link to my website. If you happen to be on Facebook, we have a wonderful Facebook community. I will warn you, I do have a couple of questions for in order to be accepted into the group. They're not anything difficult or earth shattering, but I do like to have that there to kind of set the tone for the group. And I think that's it. You'll see my classes listed there. That's the one thing. You'll see my classes listed on my website. I do also post them other places, so you might find, take a look at that list, and maybe you're on Eventbrite or Meetup.com. Both of those are free, but you can sign up to follow me if you want, and that way you see the list of things that when I post them. And I do believe that that's it. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.